for a long time I've wanted a full frame camera, and I've been umming and ahhing about whether to get an older full frame or a more modern full frame, and one of the limitations obviously is budget. So what I've decided to do today is trade in quite a few of my older cameras. Part of my collection, if you like, although I don't really think of it as a collection. I feel that these are more working tools, and I've kind of changed up over the years. So I've changed, haven't really held on to anything. The first one is the Nikon Z6, a DSLR camera. It's a great camera. It's got 2 card slots. It's good for Nikon D mount lenses and the Nikon G mount lenses. The next is the Lumix G80. So another great camera, and really, it's been fantastic for me. But I haven't owned it that long. I traded the G7 for that, but really I've got the Olympus EM1 now, which is really has the same lens mount and is a better camera really. So that is only a backup camera at the moment. I've got a Canon 550D, so a DSLR again. One more camera. This is a mirrorless camera. This is an Olympus OMD EM10 Mark 1. The only other things I've got a couple of lenses I'm trading in. I've got a 50mm and an 18-55 kit lens for the Canon. I'm also trading in a battery grip for the Nikon and a battery grip for the Canon. So that's my trade-in bundle, and I'll see how it goes, see how much I can get for this little lot, and see whether I can bring home a full frame mirrorless camera as I intend to. Okay, so I'm back from my my shopping trip. I did my part exchange. I unburdened myself from having those cameras. Didn't get quite what I was hoping for for them, which I didn't think I would. So I got probably well, I got more than half of the cost of the new camera. Anyway, I also bought a memory card for it, which was really expensive. But let's have a look what I got. So I went to the photography and video show a few years ago, and I took away a bag, and this branding on this bag and this camera is actually what I bought. So it's I see this came out. This camera came out in 2018, but it's the Z6. This box is not representative of what's inside. But let's have a look. It did say it came just with a white box, so at least it's got more than that. But I've got a bag, I've got a camera, and I've got a mount adapter with it, which was part of the deal. So I actually came away with a Nikon Z6. I thought I'd just record this short video to say how excited I am by getting a new camera. So the Nikon Z6 is the camera I bought. That's what it looks like. It's kind of very sort of robust. It's got the FTZ mount. adapter on there, so I can use my existing lenses. So I haven't bought a Z series lens with this camera yet. They are quite expensive, so it's going to take me a while to save up money for getting one of those, but I can use my existing lenses. Just means it's a bit heavier and a bit more bulky than it would normally be, but it does feel good in the hands. It feels really solid and robust, like you would expect of a Nikon camera. I think the bulk that's added by the mount adapter is obviously going to be a big factor in terms of reducing the weight when I get a Z series lens, but it's very usable, and I'm more excited about this camera than I was when I bought the Olympus. So this is the EM1, and it doesn't have a lens on it at the moment. It's a very feature-rich camera. It has fewer megapixels than the Z6. This is a micro 4/3 body. Whereas the Z6 is a new Z mount lens. It's a 1-inch sensor on here, so it's full frame, whereas this is micro 4/3, much smaller sensor, but equally capable camera. The advantage of this is the flip out screen, which you don't get on the Z6. But aside from that, it's very usable. And this is equivalent to a camera that I picked up when I went to. I held it in my hands. It was a Lumix G9, and I was blown away by having that. And I thought, I'll never be able to afford one of these. A few years later, I was able to pick up an EM1, which this is the Mark III version, which is a sort of comparable cost and feature spec to the G9. But interestingly, I was less excited about that than I am about using the Z6. This particular model, is in mint condition. I haven't yet checked the number of shutter actuations on it, so I'm going to have to do that. But just judging by the quality of the body and lack of any sort of scuffs or lack of any missing paintwork, I imagine it's hasn't had much use. I'm keen to get using the Z6. What I tend to do is to take a camera out for an excursion and try it out in a real life situation, and that's where I do most of my learning, is by actually taking it out and finding that I don't know how to do something. What can I do? And then learning by doing, really. So keen to do that with the Z6 and see how I get on, really. But I suppose you have to sort of wonder what the Z6 might be better at than the Olympus. And I think it probably comes down to image quality at the end of the day, and the size of images. So maybe, they're both sort of pro level cameras. So it's a hard one, but I think probably image quality on the Z6 is going to beat the image quality of the Olympus. But you wouldn't notice that just by looking at images published to social media. You wouldn't see the difference, but you might see the difference if you were to print your images, particularly at larger sizes.